Hello and welcome back to the Linux Panic YouTube channel. In this video we're going to be continuing on with Chapter 8 of the Linux from Scratch Systemd book. But first, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So I'd like to thank you very much for continuing watching, and we'll move on with 8.36 of Chapter 8, which is GDBM. GDBM contains the GNU database manager, so it's just a library of database functions, which is fine. So first thing we need to do is tar-xf gdbm, tab that, and then cd into gdbm, and get our compilation instructions, paste them in. And because it only has a standard build unit of 0.1, I'm just going to do time make. This will take should not take any time at all, considering it's a 0.1. It's only requiring 13 megabytes, and again it took 6 seconds, which is nothing at all. The tests might take a little longer though, so that's why I'm just going to wrap that in a time script just to go through the tests. As we can see here, it took even less time to do the tests. We're just going to make install, cd out of here, remove it, so cd./rm-r gdbm, and move on to gperf. It just generates a perfect hash function from a key set. Again, because it's less than 0.1, it's barely anything, so no bothers at all. So we want to do tar-xf gperf. Help if I could type that correctly, gperf. And then we want to cd into gperf. And then do copy all of this, paste this in here. Wait for that to finish, do time make. Tests are known to fail if running multiple simultaneous tests minus J option greater than 1 to test the results issue. I'll just type that in as is. Now we've done the make, we want to just do this. I'm going to assume that that's gone and done it because we've done that and it's just flown through. But just for safety's sake. And there we go. Nothing came up as failed, so we'll now just install it. So make install and cd out of here, so remove gperf and move on to the next package, which is expat 2.4.6, which again, small package. So we're now moving into a area of small packages, which hopefully shouldn't take a literal age. So we want to do tar-xf, we want to do expat, cd in expat, grab our config, run the config. I want to do make, check the packages, and once it's done, so I want to do make check. And of course we want to get the documentation, so I'll copy that now after we've done the installation. So it's done that, 2 tests, 2 passed, which is what we wanted. So we want to do make install, paste this in here, cd out, rm-r expat, and move on to in utils. Slightly slower this time round at 0.3 standard build. Again, it's not too much of a hassle. So we want to do tar-xf init utils, inet utils even, cd into inet utils, grab our config. This is probably going to take the longest part, considering there's a lot of configuration options. So whilst that does, we're just going to hit up and see where we are. So we're currently here, and we've got still a fair old way to go. There's tar again. I'm pretty sure we've run tar a couple times, run tar at least once already. So now we just got to wait for this to do. So it's probably going to take longer to set up the configuration. And here we go. Here is our configuration. So summary for build decisions, and we've done. That's what to just do make. Wait for this to finish. This is just going to go over the thing. So the BLFS, so that's Beyond Linux from Scratch, that's the next book. Disable asterisk. These parameters disable building obsolete programs that should not be used due to security issues. These functions provided by these programs can be provided by the OpenSSH package in the BLFS book. So I want to do make check. And we'll be looking at making a Beyond Linux from Scratch series as well. Probably do it in a better way than I've done this one, just to make life easier. So cd /r init utils, and move on to the next one, which is less 590, which again less than 1 standard, so it's nothing. 4.2 megabytes is getting even smaller and smaller, which is fantastic. We'll do tar-xs less, so I want to do cd into ls, grab our config, paste, and let's try something this time around. Once this is done, we will do the make and make install. And that's done. So we'll just do make install just to be, yep, so there we go, it did it on first attempt, which is pretty good. So cd/rm-ls. Make sure to not remove the tarball, because it's time to cry if we do remove the tarball. And as we can see here, Perl, which is practical extraction and report language, is a long one. We've got a test that's going to take 11 standard build units, and the build time is going to take 9.3 standard build units. So it's going to take a rather long time. So let's get started. So first thing we want to do is tar-xf Perl and dot, there we go, and then cd into Perl. Fix a patch, which is first applied patch fixes an issue highlighted by the recent versions of GDBM. Place this in here, fix that. This version of Perl builds compress this. It's just, hey look, please just place that in, and we'll do so, and then I will set off the config, and I will return once it's time to install Perl. Okay, now that we have installed and done the unset build thing, words, I speak them, I promise. We want to cd out of here and do rm-r Perl and proceed onwards. So now we have the XML parser, which is an even smaller package than previous, as in it's less than 1 standard build, so it shouldn't be too hard at all. So we want to do tar-xf XML parser. cd into that, cd into the XML parser, prepare it, and we're going to do make test, and make install, cd out, I'll have an R XML parser, and move on. That was pretty quick. Then we want to have a look at init tool, which is the internationalization tool used for extracting translatable strings from source files. So you're just translation stuff, which is perfectly fine. So we want to do tar-xf ini int even. Okay, let's copy this just to make life easier. Okay, apparently not. So let's scroll through the list and see if we can't find it. Where is it? And so it's int tool, right? Int. Now we also do cd into that. Grab this, fix one that is caused by Perl, and then configure. The above regular expression looks unusual because of all the backslashes. There's a lot of them there. What it does is add a backslash before the right brace character in the sequence of that, resulting in that, which is fair. Now what to do? Make check, make install, and do that. And then we want to move on to autoconf, so we want to do cd./rm-r IIT INTL. There we go. I'll get there eventually. So autoconf. So less than 0.1 standard build units, but at 6.8 standard build units with tests. So let's just have a quick look where we are. We are currently on auto conf. So this is where I will stop the recording, and we will come back another day. We will finish chapter 8 and move on to chapter 9. The next video you see, I'll be on chapter 9. Because of the length of this, it's like being 3 or 4 videos long now. I need to move away from this chapter, move on to chapter 9. So this chapter will be done, and I will return with chapter 9 in next week's video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Both of them work, you just can't see one of them. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Remember, like and subscribe, ring the bell, do all the usual YouTube gubbins. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. I've been Nick, you've been amazing. Have a good one.